What's up, everybody? It's your girl Cici, and we're back with another episode of Open Book with Cici. And we are down here in Hollywood.
Yeah, North Hollywood.
We're down here in North Hollywood with Heir the Prophecy.
Heir the Prophecy, yes, sir.
Okay, so can we talk about your name first and where it came
Okay.
from and how it came about?
Oh man, it's a long story, but short story of it is originally my mom, she came up with Heir,
Okay.
and that's just because as a kid I used to just call myself a king.
Okay.
You know, I feel like something that every little kid does. They call
Okay.
themselves king, and so she was like, "How about you call yourself Heir?" And so I was like, "Okay." I went with that, and when I first started doing music, I felt like I was more on like a conscious rap tip, and so I just kept saying like prophecy or the prophecy in the music. And so my boy was like, "Bro, I don't think you should be the prophecy." And I'm like, well, let's kind of play with it a little bit. And so like, prophecy is really like a telling of the future. And so I just felt like, my story is just, something that you have to watch unfold. And so,
Okay.
it's just kind of like put it together, heir to prophecy. And so like to inherit the future of whatever I, decide my business venture is, and you just kind of watch it unfold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you religious?
Yes.
Okay. So,
But religious in a different way. So like, I don't know, like I've never considered myself like under a specific religious umbrella, but like I have extreme faith in God. Like I think that I don't know, it's just conversations I have with people, but sometimes I feel like the actual like religious umbrella kind of separates people, and that's what I've always disliked about it, because I feel like, at the end of the day we all, supposed to worship the Heavenly Father, and you know what I'm saying, and that's just what it's about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. So let's talk about your upbringing a little bit.
Okay.
And you come from West LA.
Yes.
So how's that? And kind of explain the region of LA, because I always get cussed out every time I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm in LA. Like, no, you're in Long Beach, but I'm in LA. So kind of like explain that too.
Okay, so yeah, I grew up, I guess, called West LA. A lot of people know it to be like in between like Mid City and Beverly Hills. So, um, but it was like La Cienega and Venice area.
Okay.
It was really dope. I feel like that was like, out of everywhere I've lived my whole life, that was like the biggest like community of people who like wherever you went, you knew each other. Like, we used to walk home from school, like random parents of like our friends would make sure we got home safely, or they'd see us like, like where they'd just come talk to us like, hey, you guys are acting a little crazy over here. Just calm down. Like, I want you to be safe. Like it
Like
was,
a little village.
it was everywhere. So, it just felt like you knew everybody over there, and it sucked when I had to leave.
When'd you leave?
When I got to my 9th grade year of high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went.
Oh, yeah. You grew up there.
Yeah, so I went there. I mean, I moved to Crenshaw area, so like literally I was like 2 blocks from Leimert Park. I was on Vernon and 8th Ave.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
around my second grandma. So yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So you started later than most when it came to music. You started at about 18. But where did your love for music start?
Well, I was doing music like as like parody with my cousin as a kid. We were always like making jokes of songs. Like the first one we ever wrote was like the Ruben Studdard 2004.
I
So
love that song.
yeah, we wrote a Hungry For, and then yeah, Weird Al was like another like inspiration as a kid. I used to watch all his music
Oh
videos.
my God,
So
nobody really knows about Weird Al Yankovic. I love him.
he's a freaking legend. And so yeah, I really tapped into him, and I think he was the one that really got me more into like trying to write parody music.
Nice.
And then like kind of once that wave fell off, I fell off of it, and that was it. Yeah.
You think about bringing it back, starting it again?
I'll be open to it, but I think I just need to establish myself as what I want people to know me as first, instead of being in the box of like, if that pops off first, oh, he's the parody rapper. Like, no,
so
I'm an
that's
artist
stuck
for
with
real.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. So you're kind of quiet. You're really mellow and chill. Like, I just noticed from being around you that one time and then watching your music videos and stuff, you're kind of like, you're a hype person, but you're like the chill, like observant person. So you
Yeah.
kind of give me like Jay-Z vibes, like real just chill, modest, whatever. But who are you for real?
Man, I feel like I'm exactly like what you said. I'm very observant, But like when you grow up in LA, it can be either really crazy or it can be some positive going on, and you just got to know where you at all times. And so, um, I think it really like I tapped into that like quiet side and like being observant when I moved to the Crenshaw area because like where I was, like I said, it was a village. Like we had gang members over there, things like that, but it was still like a village. Like those gang members were not like banging on us. They wasn't taking that from us. Realistically, they was giving us money. Hey, go to the store, grab candy. Hey, watch out. Like they wasn't like it didn't feel like that. And they kind of like was able to separate us from whatever they politics were.
Okay.
So when I got to Crenshaw High School, that's when I was really exposed to like what real gangbanging like was, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's not the same as where I was, and so, I had to adjust, and like, luckily I had like family, from over there, and they was able to put me on game, but I just immediately started to be like, okay, let me just know where I'm at all times, and I think that's where it really changed. But I'm lit, for sure. It just depends on the setting, like, and sometimes it just take a couple shots, and it's up in the air. Yeah.
Okay. Your motto that I was told is help the hopeless.
Right.
So where did that come from?
So, originally, like I was always saying, like help people, and like I think I feel like a lot of people felt like they were in a position where they didn't feel like they were able to be helped, and so they lacked hope. And I was just watching this documentary one time. It was actually a YG documentary, and he said it, and I was like, man, he put everything I've been trying to say into words. And I don't know if that's something he really like stuck with or he just said it, but sometimes you just pick up a gem, and I think like I was able to like finally like put what I've been trying to say into words, once I heard that. And so I've stuck with it since. And it's just I think it's just more about showing people that you don't have to live by the everyday rules of what life is like. You wake up, go to a job that you're miserable at and work 30 years and then live for 10 to 15. That
That sounds so sad.
yeah. But people do it every day,
Yeah,
you know what I
true.
mean? And I decided at a young age I didn't want to do it. And
Okay.
you know, I'm grateful to be doing what I do, like, and I think it's helped me to I think have a higher understanding of what it means to be like here on this earth and like love things and care about things and things like that. I think it's just giving me like a more of an open mind of like what believing in something is.
Do you have a 9 to 5?
I do.
Okay.
And I can't talk about it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But you have a 9 to 5.
I
so,
do,
okay.
but yeah.
Okay, so how do you balance your 9 to 5 and what you're trying to do being an artist and all that stuff?
Being an artist first. That's it.
Okay.
I'll be dead honest. If I clocked into work and an hour in, I get a message from my manager, we need you here, I will be there.
Okay.
If it's and that's just kind of how I feel, because like I've been in a space where a 9 to 5 is taking so much from me. And I remember, just it was like 2016. I used to like have to leave my phone in my locker. That was like the rules of the job. And so, you work for 4 hours and you get your break. And I get to my break and I'm open my phone. I get a message like, "Oh, I'm with the VP of Atlantic. We got to get you here right now." And I'm like,
snap.
"Yeah." And I've had so many of those type of messages, and I'm like, I felt robbed clocking in. And like the easiest way to get through it was me saying like, if God wanted me there, I was supposed to be there, but at the same time, it's like, God also lays down 1,000 paths for you.
True.
So, I could have easily like had my phone on me and got that message and things like that. And so I continue to do that. I just start putting my phone in my pocket. And when they ask me like, is your phone going off? I'm like, yeah, my mom got stuff going on. So I need to be able to answer my phone. And, that's something they really couldn't argue. But that was my way of like trying to put music first. But at the end of the day, it was like, I think even then I didn't have it in me to say, I'm gonna walk out of this job if I get the right message.
Okay. All right. Okay. You have merch. Star Power. You still have that merch?
It's okay, so
Yeah, because I was looking it up and I was like,
yes.
dang, where can you order it and stuff? So talk to me.
So Star Power is actually the project.
Hmm.
The merch is actually under a different name, but it was like a Star Power edition of that merch. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. Um the merch is actually called Deadbeat Millionaire.
Oh, shut up. Explain that.
You're right. So and that's just me kind of playing with words again. Like,
Hmm.
you know, I just always felt like a deadbeat person is somebody who really didn't have love for
Hmm.
whatever, the situation was. In me, I don't love money. Money is a tool for me, and I think that, money is, like they say, it really is the root of all of evil. People die behind it.
True.
People sacrifice things behind it, and I think that when we're able to understand money as just a tool
Hmm.
and not of a level of importance over lives and whatever else is going on in the world, we'll be able to, come together better as a people. So that's
Hmm.
kind of where it came from. Is just trying to explain that money is a tool,
Yeah.
and even it being a millionaire, I plan to be a billionaire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I treat money the same way.
Okay. You
Yeah,
sure? I mean,
absolutely.
Cardi B does it. She says she's still cheap, even though her weaves are expensive.
I'm not
But
gonna be cheap, but
you're
I
not.
but what I will say is like it's not. I'm not gonna be a hoarder either. Like
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
the type that like, I remember seeing this, and no shade to DJ Khaled, but
Yeah.
he had pulled up on this guy who was homeless, and he had his guitar and he was trying to play music, and he opened a duffel bag, and it had to have been about 400,000 in that bag,
Sheesh.
and he pulled out $200 and gave it to him. You know what I'm
What was the
saying?
reason?
And he was like, "Get yourself a room and call me." And like for me, I just felt like, you don't owe anybody nothing, so
Yeah.
that's why I would say like no shade to him, but at the same time, you could have really like done something to make a real impact on whatever his situation was,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's a scary situation because you don't want to just hand somebody 10,000 and they
Right.
go buy a
True.
bunch of drugs, but
Yeah. True.
but
True.
also like for me, like I grew up seeing that type of stuff, so I
Hmm.
know how to identify it,
Yeah.
and that's I could tell that kid just wanted to make something out of his life. He was just in a hard situation. I think
Yeah.
that you know a little more could have been done for him, and
Hmm.
that's kind of who I am. I think I'd be a billionaire that turned back to a millionaire because I was helping too
Yeah.
many people.
Oh.
But you get one life, and I don't plan to
Yeah.
take none of it with me. So
There you go.
yeah.
I like your way of thinking.
hmm
Conscious rapper works for you, to be honest. So what does hip hop mean to you?
Most of all, expression. I think it's the ability to tell a
Hmm.
story, and I feel like I've done that. Even starting as a conscious rapper,
Hmm.
um, my thing was talking about things like that led me to make merch like Deadbeat Millionaire, and
Hmm.
just kind of like how I viewed the world.
Hmm.
But then like also like shit, I was pretty ratchet. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
was out there. I was doing my thing, and so like just being able to talk about like the crazy things that I've been through and living that lifestyle too as well. So but it's just overall expression, and
Hmm.
it's I think it's a voice for a lot of people
Okay.
because people use music to get through things. They use music to grow. Like
Hmm.
music is there for like all stages of life.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think it's just about being able to express yourself.
Who's your who's your Mount Rushmore of hip hop?
Okay. Hmm. My number one is gonna be Mase. That was like my first ever favorite rapper.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that, but we're
Yeah,
gonna get into it.
Mase for sure is
Yeah.
number one. Number two is Jay Electronica.
Mm,
I mean, I don't.
I
It's
haven't
not
heard
too.
that name in so long.
Yeah, I don't think to this day it's too many people who could really out rap him. Um, Number three would have to be. I'm really big on J Cole.
Okay.
J Cole and Young Thug.
Wow.
Yeah, Young Thug was like when he came out, he had became like my new favorite
Hmm.
artist, and so yeah, Young Thug. And I need one more, right?
Is it four or
Is it
five?
4 or 5?
Four
I
or
think it's
five?
5.
This might be five. We could do five.
Okay. 5. Ooh, that's a tough one. You know what? Right now, I'm gonna have to say, uh, I'm gonna just say Kendrick.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Kendrick
Okay, LA shit.
because I mean Kendrick is definitely like a pioneer for like what it means to be a conscious rapper
Yeah.
and a lit rapper and
Yeah.
just kind of touch all bases of music. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to get into the Mase thing
Mhm.
because he's a New York rapper. I don't hear too many LA artists talk about anybody from the East Coast being one of their favorites. So, what does Mase do to inspire you and motivate you as artists?
I mean, just the lifestyle that he presented as an artist
Mm-hmm.
was something that I wanted for myself. Like, cause as a kid, like, you know, even when I was writing parody music, I was thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be doing shows and
Yeah.
the women gonna be on me. And, you know, like Mace used to have this thing where he'd like walk in videos and see a girl and like just do a little smile and they used to just,
Yeah.
oh.
True. He
So
was a
like
smooth
that
cat.
was kind of like how I pictured like I walk past a girl smile and
Yeah.
she coming with me. So
Okay. Good period.
yeah, I mean, you know, he just had a different swagger, but he also had bars, and that was the
Yeah.
other thing that I felt like was he didn't get enough credit for was his bars, and I
True.
think that it was you know people was vibing with the music. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
production was on point, but the bars were there.
Before or after Bad Boy?
Both.
When he did Welcome Back, that was my shit.
Yeah, no,
People
welcome
were
back.
sleeping on that album. So
Welcome back. Man, I'm talking about when that dropped,
yeah,
it was like a thing in my house.
yeah,
Everybody like when the video dropped, we had the
yeah.
TV on, we played it on the TV that
Mhm.
day, and like every time it came on, it was on in my house because
Yeah.
I mean, I really also like was introduced to Mace from my mom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out to
my
mom.
mom was heavily like into Mace. Well, she was in love with Mace, but
Period. Go off,
um,
mom. Okay.
right. But no, my mom was heavily into music in general as well. So you know, she introduced me to Mason. So when he did the Welcome Back,
Yeah, that was it.
it was she knew before all of us, and
Yeah.
she was like, "Y'all need to sit down." Yeah, and it was like, "Don't talk while it's on."
Right.
So
Wait till
yeah,
afterwards for all questions.
right, right.
I love that. Not to mention he just slid on that podcast. I think it was Cameron's podcast.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
was it theirs?
it's yes, there.
That's theirs,
It's
yeah.
I think it's called "It Is What It Is."
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
I love that.
Yes, that
Yeah.
freestyle was crazy. If y'all ain't seen it, go watch it. Cause I was like, and y'all said what? Okay, all
No, he still got it for sure.
right. Who's some of your dream collaborations with artists in LA?
Hmm. Roddy Rich,
Okay.
Kendrick,
Mm,
um, Nipsey was like the number one, but
yeah.
you know I'll never be able to get to sit in a room with him. You know, rest in peace to him. But hopefully, you know,
Yeah, verse thing.
yeah, that there's still music lingering around that I could be able to tap into. Um, honestly, this one gonna sound crazy, but like I said, I'm a little ratchet, but uh, I rock with Blueface.
I love Blueface. I don't
Yeah,
care what no one says.
yeah.
Like he ain't no lyricist, but that man be having fun.
But the thing is, he kind of is like it's because he
Okay,
be
talk
talking
to me.
crazy. But like when you break down some of the stuff he's saying,
Mm-hmm.
it be bars. It's just
Okay.
like it's just one of them things that you just got to listen to as not like as like more of a fan of music instead of a person that's turning up to something. Like you got to
Okay.
really sit there and dissect it because I've listened to music. Well, every time I listen to music, I listen to them
Yeah.
in both ways just because I'm an artist and I like to
Yeah.
know what I'm saying because some
Yeah.
people be saying some crazy stuff.
True.
But yeah, Blueface, no, he be getting off.
My sister actually introduced me. Well, not introduced me, but was like, you got to listen to more than what they're putting like on Instagram and stuff. Like he really got songs. Like how you
Hmm.
think he came up and blah blah blah. So I was like, all right. So I went back and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he do his
No,
shit.
he got it. And I think a lot of people too don't give him the credit because to be honest, when he hop on a feature, the song viral,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
you know he not even really trying to be a rapper like that no more.
True.
But if he pop out, it's going up.
Yeah. Shout out Blueface.
Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
Blueface, free him too.
Let's go ahead and get
Um,
into. Oh, you got more?
I think I got one more,
Okay, go ahead.
and I would do a song with uh Game.
Really?
Yeah, just cause I when he came out like the Hate It or Love It era,
Yeah.
I really loved it. But like I feel like he could still rap. I don't know that I'm really like heavily tapped into his music now,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that I can put the right music together to have him awesome.
Bring out the old game.
It don't even have to be old. I still think he really like is does music at a high level,
Yeah.
but I think it's just having the right song for him now. It's not about just having like a game song. It's like you got to
Yeah.
really bring him the right music.
Were you a part of when he was like hopping on for other artists or whatever? He didn't really do like a bar, like not bar, a verse, but he would just hop on and talk and then
Mm.
get off. But he was doing it for like other artists, but the artists were paying him to get on there. Did
I
you
did.
did
I
you get
didn't
on
know
that?
that. No.
Oh, okay. I only know one person it really worked out for. My homeboy Farrell Lotto. Shout out
Hmm.
you. He had a song called Big Flexer, and
Okay.
Game is just talking for like 30 seconds in the beginning, and then the song just goes up from there. So
I promise I'll never pay somebody to talk on my song.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kidding. My
Yeah, but
bad.
I mean, hey, get your bag. But
Yeah.
like I just feel like I'm more about the music side of it and like
Okay.
how we could really, give the world something.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna talk about something, I got a lot to talk about myself.
How much you willing to pay an artist to hop on one of your songs?
Mm.
Like, what number is too high?
It really depends on the artist,
Okay.
but I feel like, when I heard 2 Chainz say a long time ago that he charged 100,000 for a verse, I used to always think like I would never. But then I realized too, like he does charge 100,000 for the verse, but the label pays for it. So it just depends on your situation. For me personally, maybe 10.
Okay, just out of your pocket.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's a good number.
when
I'll
the
fuck with
if
25.
labels get involved, I'm
Yeah.
going crazy.
Okay,
They're gonna
there
be
you go.
pissed.
Let's get into your music.
Hmm.
So, I first off, I want to start off with you had an album just come out, a project just come out. Was
Yeah,
that album or
it
EP?
was an album.
Album.
Comes
Okay,
with
yeah.
Envy. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes with Envy. So that came out in May of 2024.
Hmm.
Talk about it. Talk about the title first off.
Comes with Envy.
Mm.
It really just stemmed from the people around me, people that um, just kind of like hated on me, things like that. But I had people that I wouldn't even per se hated on me, but they loved me, but they just didn't support me. So
Okay.
like I like to always double down on this. Like nobody owes you anything.
Yeah.
But like when I know you will spend $100, $120 to go to J. Cole or Drake concert, and I'm like, bro, I got tickets, I got a show, $15,
Yeah.
bro, I can't make it, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
and then you know what I'm saying, the next week, you know what I'm saying, you're in your story at the concert, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't really feel no type of way about it, but it also just like lets you know that they don't support you, and that's kind of what I take it as. Okay, you don't support what I'm doing, and when you have friends that around you and say like, bro, I want to see you win, but they don't know none of your music.
Yeah.
That tell you something. And so when I started to really kind of get lit, and like shout out to my manager Ashley. Yeah, like
queen.
she was really putting me in places and outside. So I and I'm getting messages like, bro, why you didn't invite me there? I'm like, when I had a publicist and they were sending me events, I invited you to everything.
Yeah.
And mind you, I'm paying this publicist.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you this information for free.
Yeah,
All you
true.
got to do is show up.
You gotta just be there, right?
So like I'm essentially paying for you to level up, and you didn't show up.
Right.
And now it's going a step further. Now you want to be around, and I'm not inviting you. I'm weird, and it's like things like that. So I'm like, oh no, it's cool.
Yeah.
And now you just kind of got to watch from the sideline. I love you though,
Yeah.
but it's just is what it is. And so that's kind of where this name come from. Is just people kind of hate when you're doing something that they want to be involved in, but they really don't care when it's something that they don't, it don't mean nothing to them. They didn't support you the whole time you was grinding to where they see you are now, and they want to be there. So they mad that they're not there now.
I want to talk about vibes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship.
Yes.
Are you talking about her?
Yes.
So
yes.
How long you been in a relationship?
It's gonna be 3 years in November.
So obviously she motivated you in that song, but what made you want to talk so explicit about y'all? How we get there?
So I was in previously in a relationship before her, and she kind of really took me out of dark place. So the person I was dating, it was cool. I thought that's where I wanted to be in life, and you know, I guess she didn't see that, but she didn't really like also make that clear. She just got engaged. Yeah.
Why y'all were together?
I guess. I mean, we weren't even officially in a relationship, so that's why. On Instagram, she posted it.
Why y'all?
We was so this is how it went.
Yeah,
it's a crazy story. So this how So look, we I don't know if I should even just go in full details, but
you don't have to. But
yeah. So we was kicking it for a while, and yeah, we ended up getting to a point where we was like, like we just more than kicking it. Let's yeah. And so we didn't officially make it official, but we start, getting into it and really getting intimate and things like that. And so the last time I saw her, she spent maybe like 2 days with me. And so then after the second day, she leave. She left her jacket at my place. She hit me up like, "Oh, I left my jacket. I come get it." I'm like, "Yeah, She pull up. And she like being weird, like, I try to give her a kiss. She like, she like joking, like, she like, you all, just kind of like trying to make a joke out of it. And I'm like, okay. And then she like hit me with look. So I'm like, and I walk upstairs, and me, I know, like I don't want to say like, I've been on the bad side or what they would call, I've been that. So like I know when I see it. So I'm like, okay. Something weird going on. So then the next day she hit me like, "Is it cool if we just be friends?" I'm like, "I guess so." Then
how long were you guys talking?
Man, I don't know. It was shoot. So from like February to I don't know. Dang. Yeah, I'm not sure the time frame. It was talking for a little bit, but we previously dated before.
Oh, okay.
So like we kind of got history, and she hit me with the friend zone. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm never gonna beg nobody to be in my presence, and so.
Let's get back into vibes. So obviously back in the relationship,
right?
Motivation and stuff like that. So how does
she
she feel when she knows that you're talking about her and your little nasty videos? I mean, your nasty songs.
I don't know. I mean, we kind of laugh about it.
Do you fuck to your music?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I don't think that I could fuck to music because I'm not gonna lie.
To music in general?
Yeah.
What?
Because
You're
I think
trying to tell me a Chris Brown joint don't do it?
A Chris Brown joint maybe during some foreplay, but when I'm going crazy, I don't want to hear no, especially like me, I don't want to hear no nigga singing in my ear, bro. Like, no, fucking rubbing, tussing, what? Turn that shit off, bro. I'm fucking right now. Let's stop. Let's stop. So yeah, nah. But also too, like I be in my head a lot. So for me, I feel like if I hear the song, I'm gonna be too busy. Like, oh, that's my song now, and I don't want to like lose. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If I drop down on her, and she like, what's going on? I gotta explain that the music was more important than you. Yeah, my bad. This was my favorite part. so yeah, nah.
That's so funny.
And the crazy thing is, once in my life, I actually had to. It was a situation with this girl, and she was like big on playing music, and so she turned on music. We tried to get into it, and it didn't work.
Okay.
My shit was like,
hey,
nah.
Everybody got their thing.
And I was wondering if it was the music because I'm like, this is a different vibe for me. I don't know what's going on. And yeah, it didn't work. And I was mad. I was mad because man, I wanted that.
Yeah.
I wanted that.
You just couldn't do it at all, even when she turned the music off?
She didn't turn the music off.
Oh, she didn't want to.
No.
Okay, got it.
No, I ran upstairs. I was like, hold on, I'll be back. I turned on some videos. I'm trying to get back into motion.
Nope.
Came back downstairs like, let's go. And then that motherfucker was like, nah. So I don't know. Maybe that was just God's work. Maybe I wasn't supposed to.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like to music. I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay. Everybody got their
Right.
It's all good. So what is your kink then? What gets you going? We're gonna jump back in your music in a minute.
Ooh, my kink?
Yeah.
Honestly, the idea of getting some head.
The idea.
Like before I even get it, if I feel like I'm gonna get some head, it's already cracking in my head. I'm like, whew, yeah. Yeah, and even when it start, like if you start kissing my neck, that's the first thing I do. Ooh, that shit feel good.
Okay.
Give me some head.
Okay.
So yeah, like that's kind of where I'm at, and I just be like, all right, here it go, and I sometimes I get impatient. Like if you going down, I'm just like,
come on, bitch, come on,
like come on, yeah, like but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But yeah. I don't want to say I push the heads, but I try to steer. Like if you right here, I try to slide up a little bit, slide just to get you down a little further. Like let me just move up, so you kind of like closer to where I'm trying to get you to. So you know what I mean? I think, and yeah, that's just it. I just try to get you to where to your destination.
Yeah. Okay. Well, shit, I feel it. So, how big are you on giving head?
I mean, it's crazy because when I was younger, I was not with it.
Okay.
And that was just because, like I said, I was all over the place, and I used to mess with women and I didn't even know how to boyfriend. I used to do something crazy like and see them go back and give kisses they shouldn't be giving. So I'm like, oh, I'm not snacking on nothing, boy, because the last thing I need is you to just came from somebody knocking that down, and I'm over here just so yeah. But now, yeah, I'm grown. I'm with it.
Okay. It's crazy. I know a lot of guys that aren't big on kissing, like when they're just dating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand. Because that's a big foreplay for some women. So
I'm one of those in general, like, but that was just because I saw so much. Like I don't know what I like if there's a sensory type of thing. Like if I can only say so much on here, but
no, you're
okay. So yeah, like you know what I'm saying. I done nutted in a girl mouth and seen her go. You know what I'm saying? Tongue down, like no tongue though. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, whoa. So, like, I just never wanted to be that person where somebody looking at me like, damn, and I just nutted in her mouth. I mean, I don't even remember if you remember that song that the game had, like, boy, I nutted all on her lip. Yeah. Bro. So, like, yeah, like, I never wanted to be that dude. And so, like, I used to always start with, like, I don't like kissing. I don't like kissing. But yeah, I think that's really what it is for men is that we don't want to be the dude that's kissing on the nutty lips.
Okay. Nutty lips is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's backtrack to the music. So I also want to talk about sorry. Pay Cut with Mia Kennedy.
Oh yeah, that's my dog.
That song, I feel like that's your vibe. Like,
that's real West Coast.
Barbecue, West Coast shit. Like, talk about how that collab came about.
So Mia Kennedy, I ended up just meeting her at the Beehive before they was doing like hot water cornbreads and stuff like that. Yeah, somebody introduced me to her, and I listened to her music, and I'm like, oh, you dope. Yeah. And so, but she's more of like, when I met her, I can't really say, like, I feel like she's like expanding now, but she was like on a conscious rap tip, and she's like, she called herself like the truth speaker. Okay. And so, I really rock with it. So I was trying to make something that wasn't too crazy off like the edge, like how I like to make music, but also still like West Coast. Okay. And that one, we didn't even know what it was going to be. My boy Omar, shout out to Omar. He had a studio in San Pedro. I hit her up like, come to the studio. She pulled up. He started playing through beats. We heard the Pay Cut beat, and I was like, oh yeah, that's it. And so she was feeling it. She wrote her verse literally in like 10, 12 minutes. Yeah, she's hard. No, she go crazy. Yeah. And even there's a thing, and I agree. But like DJ Head said this to me one time. I played him the song. He was like, the song dope, but bro, she washed you. And I was like her song. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I think for me it was just like when I made the song, it was more about staying like very West Coasters, like talking shit. And so that's kind of where I was at. Like I wasn't really trying to be on there like barring out or whatever. But like the way her cadence is and her flow is, like, it just came natural to her on that song. And so yeah, I mean, I personally think that she killed it. I think that she set the bar on that song. And for me, it was just about making sure that I kept the song going. Like, and I felt like the hook was dope.
Yeah.
My verse was dope, but yeah, that she did her thing on there for sure.
For sure. Also, you got a project collab coming with Goddamn It Dupree.
Yes.
How's that going? Where's that at?
So I have 3 of the 4 beats now.
Okay.
We're supposed to link up soon. We've been talking, just chopping it up, and man, he's like I give him credit for like how much love he showed me on, just like rocking with me, being able to put a project together that's has his stamp on it, and we played him some music, and I think that when he heard the music, he was like, okay, like I really kind of want to work, and he showed a lot of love, and so you would think like, especially having like smash hits like Rock Your Hips, things like that, and I even seen on him on live or some recently. He was saying he working on Sweetie's next project. Nice. So like kind of working with these superstars, and when I send him a text, he get right back to me like I'm one of these same caliber people. Like I really respect that from him, and yeah, we locked in.
Okay, so out of the 3 out of the 4, can you tell us like which one you're gonna drop with him?
Which one like coming first?
Yeah.
So I have there's one that I'm working on, like it's a surprise artist. I haven't really announced it. Okay. Cuz I haven't really spoke to him. But we got because I got the connection to the artist, and we can get in conversations with him. But I haven't reached out to him yet. Okay. And so like that's the only reason why I really don't want to speak about it, but that would probably be the first song, just because he's doing his thing, he bubbling, and I think it just makes sense for the city.
Okay. You also have an exclusive song I got to listen to called Way Up with Twizzy Twitch.
Oh yeah.
How'd that collab come about, and talk about that song?
Man, honestly, I'll say the same for Twizzy, bro. Like he kind of like the first time I really met Twizzy, I booked his one of his studios. He had a studio in Hollywood, and I really didn't even speak to him. I didn't know who he was, but I like when some people around you could tell like there's somebody. Yeah. That's kind of how he came in. Yeah. And him and Ashley had a relationship, so they was talking, and I was just kind of sitting in the room, and I was recording what I was working on and playing through music, and we didn't speak. So the next time I saw Twizzy was at my album release party, and I remember performing the songs. He was standing in the back, and he just pulled a chair and sat right up front, and I was just like, I was kind of shocked, like you know what I mean. But to me, that let me know he was really paying attention to what I was doing, and so fast forward, I get a call from Ashley like, "Yo, Twizzy like your music. He said he down to work with you," and I'm like, "For real?" Okay. I'm like, bro, yeah. So shout out Twizzy, and so run into him again, and he kind of he tell me like, when you gonna put me on something? I'm like, that's you don't even gotta wait. Let me. So yeah, I went home with it. I try to put like the right music together. Originally, like I brought to him some of the beats that I had with Dupree, and then I had a song that I was just working on, just because like I was like in a space where I hadn't written in a while, and I'm like, I need to make something. And so I was like, all right, where did I want to go? And I played it for him. He was like, oh yeah, that's hard. And that was it. He walked in the booth. He freestyled the whole verse. Okay, shout out. Yeah, he freestyled the whole verse, and yeah, it's just it's fire. It's very motivational. Yeah, I think very positive. I think it touches on like both sides of like the way you come up. He got the illegal business. Shout out illegal business. I need to get some more merch. I'm waiting on it. It's supposed to be a green one that I'm olive green. I don't know. I haven't never seen it, but he had a hat the color. It is like an olive, and I asked him if he had a shirt. He said yeah. So I need to cop one of them. But yeah. He I forgot where I was. Oh, you're talking about shit. I lost it with you. I have a bad memory. Don't do that. No, I definitely have a bad memory. So yeah, we were touching on it touches on both sides of like how you come up. And so like I felt like, he kind of talked about like what it means. And I want to say like his business is illegal, but like, like what it means to be in that realm of where he is. And for me, I kind of just touched on like, in the beginning of the song, like I cut my friends, write all my plans. They don't understand. It made me a boss. And so like just kind of like touching on that aspect of me getting to where I am and being able to work with somebody like Twizzy.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been sitting around y'all.
Yeah.
And so yeah, shout out Twizzy, man. He really showed me love.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you that too because there was I think maybe 2 or 3 songs that I heard where you're talking about how you had to cut people off and how it's just kind of you. So talk about like how that feels because I've gotten to a place where I've had to accept now that everybody can't go. And it sucks when it's like sometimes friends just kind of disperse, but it sucks when it has to be like a hard lesson.
Yeah.
So talk about that for you and how you get through that.
And man, and that's up there in like the top 5 things of like I don't want to say traumatizing, but like heartbreaking things of my life was like separating myself from people that the whole time from the beginning I'm like, we gonna win.
Yeah.
Now it's like, and well, it's still we gonna win, but it's with a different team now. You know what I mean? But originally then it was me by myself after that, and it was like, it was something that I damn near wanted to cry about because I'm like, I didn't know what it was like to really like in my mind be by myself, but when I really sat back and think about it, I'm like, I've been by myself the whole time. They weren't showing up. They weren't, you know what I mean? So I've been by myself the whole time, and I had to really just kind of come to realize that. But cutting people off, man, it's like, I can't say I really cut them off like they can't get in contact with me, but they just not involved in my day-to-day situation. They don't know what I have going on. They don't know what my plan is. Like, for all they know, I could have hit 1 million right now, and they don't, you know? But yeah, it's just, it's a difficult process, but sometimes you got to be able to understand that you got one life to live and you can't sacrifice things because of what you want. Sometimes it's just not meant for you.
True. Okay. What's your favorite song on your last album? This past album that came out.
I juggle that all the time. Originally it was Energy. But Wholehearted, I'm not gonna lie. Wholehearted is up there, but I think it might be Chances. I think that song still gives me chills. Like, and it gives me chills like I'm not even the artist. Like, I hear it like as I'm listening to music. And Chances, it kind of meant a lot to me because I had that song for maybe like 2.5, 3 years before it came out on that project. And that was just kind of like, in a way, of like a victory song for me, of like, you know, taking a chance on myself, believing in myself, and kind of what it meant to be in a situation to cut people off and get to where I am. So yeah, it's probably Chances right now. I think that it changed. Yeah, I love it all.
What's something you want us to know about this album that people should like take in as they're listening to it?
That you got to just have faith in yourself and faith in God. I think and maybe I should even put a song just talking about God, but I feel like when I tell my story, it's very subliminal. So like, you know, if you dissect music the way you do, you'll understand that like my faith is in God is always in my music. And I think, you know, just like I said, showing up for yourself, and just know that no matter what, people that know you, people that don't know you, somebody gonna hate you for what you're doing, but you gotta keep going.
So we're gonna move on to the games because I like to have fun. But we're gonna get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
I was doing a top 5, but I was like, I don't want everybody to do a top 5, and then it gets a little long, whatever. So I'm just gonna shoot categories at you, and you just let me know what your favorite is out of these categories. Okay.
Okay.
All right. First off, before I get into it, I like your style. You have a very different style.
Okay.
It's very chill, very vibey.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to tell you that before we get started.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So your favorite shoe brand?
Nike.
Your favorite artist of all time?
Favorite artist of all time, Mase.
Okay. Favorite color?
Red.
Favorite memory in your career so far?
Whoo. Oh man. Now that's a tough one.
Take your time.
Okay. Dang, that's I've like of all time, that's where it gets tough. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I did a show at UC Davis.
Oh.
And it was maybe about 400, 500 people and crowded in a room. And everybody there like knew my song, but not because like they have never seen me before. It's the first time they saw me. And I did a partnership with this brand, and so they had went out and did an event and they played the song there. So when I came and performed it, it was like putting a face to the music and people were like going crazy.
Hey.
And so, yeah, I mean, like just seeing that, like I really felt like that was like my first experience of what it's like to be like famous or a celebrity or people know you for what you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have to be that.
Did it kind of give you like a high, like an addiction?
No, it definitely gave me. I'm gonna be honest. I walked off the stage like I could have any bitch in this motherfucking crowd, and I acted like it. I was pushing up, and I was pushing up, and they was vibing. They was really vibing. I'm like, oh yeah,
come on.
So yeah.
What's your favorite TV show of all time?
Ooh. Money Heist.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. Favorite song of all time? That's not yours.
You know what? Right now, because it's like my project, it switches. Yeah. But it's a song by St. John. It's called Humble.
I haven't heard that one.
Oh man! And the main thing I love about it is he just states what I stand on. Don't tell me to be humble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Favorite food?
Ooh. Fried chicken.
Favorite person?
Favorite person?
Yeah.
That's gonna get me in trouble. Because realistically, I'm gonna be honest. I want to say myself.
Okay.
Because I really, you know, I'm proud of myself. Okay. I'm grateful for me and what it means to be me. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm my favorite person for sure.
There you go. Your favorite movie of all time?
Troy.
What is that?
With Brad Pitt?
Troy?
Troy, yeah.
I gotta look it up. Do you have a favorite like corny or dad joke?
Oh wait. I did have one and I don't remember it right now. It's so many. I don't have one off the top of my head right now. I know there was one I used to just say dumb stuff, but I had one and I don't know it right
tell
now.
You mine?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you call a fish with no eyes?
I have no idea. It's sad because this is so funny to you. So I'm like, I'm ready.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, because it has no eyes. That's.
I don't know why that one makes me cry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I call my dad like 3 times a week and be like, "You want to hear a joke?"
Yeah. That's funny. I like that. It is funny because I'm actually gonna go use that.
Yes, do it. Oh God! Shout out to all them people telling you dumb shit. What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Okay. Oh no. What's your favorite body part on yourself and on someone else?
Favorite body part on myself? My calves.
You were on track? You ran track?
Nah, I play basketball.
Oh, okay. I know track stars always got great calves.
My favorite body part on women? Titties. I love titties.
Couldn't been a smile. Couldn't been, you know.
Nah. But I definitely always like give people their flowers on being beautiful, and I don't think that there's a such thing as ugly people. I mean, I call people ugly if I'm talking shit, but the reason is because the person that I don't think is attractive, there's a person that's gonna walk around the corner like that's the most beautiful person in the world. Okay. So it's like it's just perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite childhood memory?
My mom, she bought me the PS3, and I didn't think I was getting it, and yeah, I was throwing a whole fit. Yeah. When I was in the house, I was like, I'm like, I don't fuck with nobody. Yeah. And you know, I used to have this little board on my door, so I used to write. It's like, just probably something crazy, like I'm sick of this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just write stuff there. Yeah. And so, you know, mom called me in the room, and she's like, you need to fix your attitude. I'm like, whatever. She was like, and can you go in my closet and pick that shit up off my floor and hang it up? And I'm turn around, stomping, whatever. I grab a jacket, I put it on the hanger, I put it up. I grab the next jacket, and I see a box, and I'm like, well, I turned around. I just said,
Mom.
I ain't gonna lie. I went crazy on that box when I got it in my room.
I bet. That's like as a mom, I love doing that. Like my kids wilding out, and on Christmas morning, I'm like,
yeah. Well, the thing was, it was promised to me, and my mom found out I wasn't getting it, and so she went ahead and she broke that bread, even though we was kind of tight. So, like, honest. And my mom really always went hard for me. And maybe I don't know if I tell her enough, but I know I tell her every time I talk to her that I love her. But yeah, she broke her back to get us to where we was, and for me to even be the person that I am, like, she gave me the mindset that you could really be whatever you want. And you know, some parents, they give you that mindset and then still tell you like you need a job. And so like when I decided to take music seriously, I told her like I want to quit my job, and the reason I haven't quit is because I thought I would disappoint you. And she was like, no, I believe in your music. I love your music. And I quit the next day.
Period.
So yeah.
Mom. Okay, so we're gonna play. I've never played this before as an adult, but I think it'd be fun. It's called Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Okay.
Of course, everybody knows that game.
Right.
So I have 1, 2, I have 6. Okay. You obviously you play video games and stuff, so you gonna know the ones. So okay, cool. So Jada Pinkett, Oprah, Gabrielle Union.
I'm gonna marry Oprah for sure, because I'm a divorcer for everything she got.
Okay, Dave Chappelle.
Jada Pinkett.
Yeah.
And who's the third person?
Gabrielle Union.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna kill Gabrielle Union because she eat men, and I don't. I'm not getting my ass ate. So Jada Pinkett, she gonna get the business.
Okay. Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle.
Well, Michelle is R.I.P. I'm not gonna lie. Kelly, she got the most sex appeal. Like, she seemed the most nasty, so she's getting fucked. And Beyonce, like, same thing. I'm taking for everything she got, so she getting married.
So it's just about money. All right.
Well, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna just give it back to the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Right.
Maya, Carrie Hilson, or Monica?
Maya, Carrie Hilson, Monica. I'm gonna marry Maya. Okay. Carrie Hilson, R.I.P. And I'm fucking Monica.
Okay. I feel like Monica would be fun.
Yeah.
She seemed like a fun.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, Margaret Robbie, or Angelina Jolie.
Ooh, because Angelina Jolie seemed nasty, but I'm not gonna. Scarlett Johansson, she seemed like she get busy too. So, but if I marry her, I get the fuck anyway. So I'm gonna marry Scarlett. Okay. I can't marry Angelina.
Okay.
But I'm gonna fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck, and I don't remember the third person, but R.I.P. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Quinn, Harley Quinn from The Joker.
Ooh, wait. Yeah. I'm gonna fuck her and kill Angelina Jolie.
I mean, from in Wolf on Wall Street, she seemed pretty.
Right. No, yeah.
Crazy. Jessica Alba, J-Lo, or Megan Fox?
Megan Fox. That's Machine Gun Kelly's, right? I seen her. She's pretty. I'm you know, because I rock with Machine Gun Kelly, and I'm not gonna hit this girl. I'm gonna kill her.
Okay. Out of respect.
Yeah, J-Lo, I ain't gonna get married because we're gonna get divorced. So I'm gonna fuck.
Okay.
And just married to number 3. Yeah.
Kim, Courtney, Khloe Kardashian.
If I could kill all of them.
Okay.
I don't want that curse.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, last one. These are video game characters.
Okay.
I know boys always have their crushes. Storm, Lara Croft, or Katana.
Ooh, Katana, I'm fucking.
Okay.
Storm, I'm marrying. That's a black queen.
Okay.
And Lara Croft, I'm gonna leave her right in that tomb.
Okay. I love Lara Croft though.
Nah, she went hard. I played that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna bring back a game everyone loves. So it's called Ask Cici. So you get to ask me 3 questions.
Okay.
You just can't ask me like how I got started, whatever. You got to be interesting. Okay, ready, go.
Okay. Um, what's the craziest thing someone's done on your podcast?
Um, I don't know. I haven't had really too many
Okay.
crazy.
Let's switch it then.
Okay.
After interviewing somebody,
Mhm.
because I've seen this somewhere where somebody was talking about it, but
Mhm.
have you had to deal with whoever you were interviewing trying to fuck?
Every time.
Okay.
It's niggas don't care. I don't understand it. And I'll be sitting there because I used to
Right.
I used to like low key have a sex podcast, right?
Right.
So I used to ask real intimate questions and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So everybody like, oh, you freaky. No, these
Mhm.
are just questions.
Yeah.
Don't take it that way, you
Right.
guys. Like, so
Yeah.
guys get really like into it and then they be thinking I'm with it with them. And I'm
Right.
like, nah, bro, like this is just a show. Calm
And
down.
you can always tell when they think you into it because they gonna start looking at you. They gonna lick their lips and shit. But they
Yeah.
like waiting. Like soon as it's over, I'm gonna just be like, "Well, so what's next?"
Right.
Yeah.
Or they never want to leave. And I'm
Right.
like, you can go now.
No, but I remember where I heard that from. It was Storm the bar. She said like, if you trying to work with me, stop trying to DM me and trying to take me out and fuck me. So
yes. I made a
yeah.
post like
Shout out
that
to
a
her.
while ago. I told
Yeah.
everybody like, don't hit my DMs with no "Hey, beautiful"
Right.
or "What's up, love," all that. No, come at me professional, or you not getting a DM back. Like,
Right. Right. Right.
And I don't mix business with pleasure anymore because I made that mistake.
Mhm.
Don't do it, guys. But yeah, so that's that.
Okay. Next question. Oh God. Because I'm trying to think of something crazy, something only a mastermind would come up with.
Take your time.
What was like one of your worst nightmares
That came true, or like in my dream for real?
in your dream for real?
Oh my God, I'll never forget this. Okay, so I was like 7 or 8, right?
Okay.
And I don't know. My dreams are very like you would think. Okay, so we walk around the foyer or whatever, go around the corner, and when I walk around the corner, my dad is standing in the corner and he's getting his leg chopped off by 2 Mexican guys with a chainsaw. And I like cried and cried, but he couldn't hear me. And I'm just crying and crying. And to this day, I can't see a chainsaw.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so that was like the most trauma because I woke up crying and I went to go run and get my dad. I was like, Dad.
So if you see a chainsaw,
and
you
it just freaks me out.
really?
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
like anxiety goes up. I keep it together, but it's like I can't do it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was scary.
Last question. Whew. What's actually yeah, let's cuz you asked me about what's the biggest turnoff for a man for you?
Biggest turn off. Aside from like the obvious, like you talk to me when I know you got a girlfriend type shit.
Mhm.
Um, what is the biggest turn
Or like what's a like
like off
cuz
rip?
yeah, I feel like that's easy to answer, but like for example, I remember seeing like this girl was telling me, she was like, "Man, like I really like this dude. He was big and he was muscular." And she was like, you know, I was about to fuck and I pulled this shit down. It wasn't really nothing there. So she don't trust big muscly men no more. Cause so like,
yeah,
like,
okay. If you're talking about from a physical sense,
yeah.
yeah, muscles for sure. I don't like big guys,
Mhm.
short guys.
There. So she don't trust big muscly men no more. Cause so like,
yeah,
like,
okay. If you're talking about from a physical sense,
yeah.
yeah, muscles for sure. I don't like big guys,
Mhm.
short guys. I'm very picky, even though I should love all God's people, but yeah, muscles. I'll tell anybody. I have like a size preference.
Okay.
And even like I used to be married, and when my ex-husband used to work out all the time, he would be like, he'll come in the house and I'd be like, ew, please don't get any bigger because you're gonna be so ugly to me.
Oh, no.
So I have like a size preference. Like I like skinny dudes,
Right.
or like I'm starting to get into like guys with weight on them or whatever. I
Mhm.
don't like dad bods or like pot bellies and shit like that. Like it's just yeah. So it might sound shallow, but yeah, big muscles for sure.
So just know if you pull up on her, she's going to put measuring tape around your arms.
I am. And you gotta yeah. And
It's coming out.
I know, because I'm just thinking about
It's
everything
coming
now.
out.
You see how I stuttered?
Yeah. Because this one really affected her. This
It
one really
bothers
affected
me
her.
so
Yeah.
much. Fucking like illiteracy and misspelling in
Okay.
text messages or whatever. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like I write like the only word I probably misspell on purpose is you, and it's YU because like back in like right when Facebook first started, that's how
Yeah.
everybody was writing. And it just kind of stuck with me for whatever. But it's like simple words. And if you can't use there, and there correctly, or
Oh yeah.
R and R, like I'm just
Yeah.
like, or R and hour, I'm like, bro, it's
Yeah.
so
You know what? Even for me, I'm one of those like just text it to make it faster.
yeah.
But it always depends on who I'm talking to.
True.
I don't like and it's not particularly like somebody tells me that, but I feel like you can get the vibe. Like
Oh, yeah.
based on whatever message they sent you,
Yeah.
you can read. They spelled out every word. So let me
Yeah.
type correctly.
Yeah, and punctuation.
Yeah.
So important.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Actually, I've had a person hit me with like, you forgot a comma.
My son does that to me sometimes. Like, is it a question mark or a period?
As a parent, I'm gonna whoop your ass. How dare don't question, don't challenge my authority. I don't want to put none of it. Just understand what I'm saying.
I put thank you and I spelled YU and he was like YU with an asterisk. I was like,
Whoo.
first, fuck you.
Go ahead and give me everything in your room. Phone,
right,
PlayStation.
Now, the fuck?
Yeah, you'll get that back when you understand what I said.
Right. So that's that. So before we get up out of here, I want you to give some advice to somebody that wants to be in your shoes.
Keep showing up. Never give up. And also do not let people tell you what you can and can't achieve. Don't let the rules of the world control your realm, because realistically, like, the whole world will tell you got to get a job. The whole world will tell you, like, you have to find something that's comfortable, but not find happiness.
There you go. Find happiness. And make sure y'all check out his music. Comes with Envy. It's been out on all streaming platforms.
All platforms, yes, sir.
Download, buy, stream, do all that good shit. Support Black businesses.
Buy it. Just buy it.
Just buy it and call it a day. And listen to it like you listen to your favorite artist. So tell people how to get in contact with you and work with you.
Yeah, for anybody looking to reach out, want to work with me, tap in on my manager, Legal Queen LA. It's on my Instagram page, but her Instagram popping too. You're gonna find it as soon as you type legal.
Soon as.
Yes, sir.
That's us. It's Open Book with Cici.
Yes, sir.